Hello guys and welcome to this PHP Game Engine video. We're not actually doing a tutorial right now, we're just going to run through our Mafia game plan. So one of the most suggested or one of the most requested things out on the web is a Mafia game. And PHP Game Engine wanted to take that up a notch. We want you to be able to create your own game and know what's going on behind the scenes. That's what makes a successful webmaster, I believe, is what they know about going on behind the scenes. Now you don't have to outsource any errors you get or any functionality that you want to add to your website. Lost my train of thought there. But let's go on over to phpgameengine.com. And this is what you're going to find. Maybe a little different. But go ahead and go to tutorials. Come down to Mafia PHP Game Tutorial. And then click on the PHP Mafia Game Plan. And wait for it to load. Alrighty. So basically, you're going to see a last updated section, and this was updated today on the 26th. It's just saying this is going to be a site plan. There's two things to remember is that this plan will, one, change over time as we get more into the game. We're going to add and delete features, and especially add them if you suggest them in our form. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But everything else will also be dynamically generated from the administrative control panel, and you'll be able to update your worlds, your any items, any pages, any news, anything like that. The site plan, basically the plan is to create a Mafia website. It's the most requested, and we ran a poll on this also, most requested type of game, text browser game out there. We want to achieve a couple goals. The first thing is we want everything to be updated dynamically. We don't want you to touch the source code, and besides wanting to add more functionality to your game. You'll be able to add quests, goals, missions, and jobs, things like that from the administrative control panel. Secondly, we want to be able to market the website. We want to put out there that, we're still an active website. So we're going to be able to have the function to add news and also a newsletter. I knew a guy that would send out a newsletter for his Mafia game like almost religiously daily. And, it worked out for him, and it got his users to come back, and that's what we're trying to achieve. Thirdly is we want to be able to have SEO-friendly pages. From what Google's going to see is, any pages that you generate, any FAQs or tutorials on how to play the game, anything like that, the forms, this will all be SEO-friendly, meaning that we're going to try to help you get a higher rank with doing less. And also, instead of being a game based off of turns, we want it to be real-time. This means that, if you go to work for 3 hours, you go to work for 3 hours and you can't do nothing else. But you also have the ability not to wait for more turns to be generated or whatnot. You can just go on about your day. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the front end plan. The front end is referred to as what the user will see. This is this is the end product basically. First, we're going to have the news section. In the news section, it's going to be able to display, any site news or site competitions that's coming up or that finished. It just shows that you're still active and you're still out there. You got to put, I guess they'd market the websites to be, or the Mafia websites to be, just a passive income. And sure, it can be a passive income, but, you still got to market it and you get better money. We're not talking about, staying on there for 24 hours a day, marketing this. We're just talking about like 10 minutes here and there. Another thing we're going to be creating dynamically is pages. Pages are useful for like creating tutorials or, information about the game, and also FAQs. This is something we want to be SEO friendly. We want Google and other search engines to be able to, view this page. And with that, we want dynamic titles, meta tags, and content, so we don't get flagged for duplicate content. Alright, the main attraction is the Mafia game itself, of course. And we got a couple functions already up there that we wanted to achieve. First is the users can choose which city to live in. When they register, they can choose if they want to be in Los Angeles or New York or, Miami, whatever you put on your back end as your cities, they can choose. They'll also be able to move from one city to another. Maybe they lose something like their family or, the respect in that city to go to a new one, but they get to keep their money and stuff like that. We're talking about multiple worlds also. Some can be like reset worlds. They reset every 3 months, while others are just, continuous. Also, we're going to have some missions. You can set this from your back end also, just certain things to achieve respect and more money and stuff like that. More money than you would by doing jobs, and that brings us to jobs, which are stuff you could work at like the ice cream parlor or something. Even though you're Mafia and you're supposed to be all hardcore and everything, you still got to make the money. And that brings us to mob families. Mob families, we're thinking, this is just to help out and keep more territory under control. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to become the Don of the city. And which brings us to crimes. Crimes, you can go out and commit a carjacking or a robbery or something, robbery of a gas station or an old lady, anything like that. You gain more respect or you lose respect if you're robbing an old lady. It's also another way to make money. Which brings us to the store. There's going to be two types of stores. I guess we can do one where users can sell stuff to other users, like, I don't know, drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, which would all be stolen or grown, which is a crime store. And then there's another store where users can purchase items using real cash. That's something that makes these tech games so popular, is that people can purchase items to get ahead in the game, and also the owners make some more money off of it. That's all going to be done using PayPal's IPN, which is an instant payment notification. And, we'll get into that as we go on. Also, we want a chat room. People will be able to chat to people in the same world, and then they can go to a separate chat page to chat, worldwide. We just want to add some more functionality where users can chat back and forth. There's going to be more developed as we go on, and you can provide your suggestions, which I'll show you a link in a minute. We also give the ability we're also going to show you how to create your own form, and that's including categories and boards. And then also you're going to have the ability to create groups and ranks and set permissions, who can do this, who can search for users, who can PM users, and all that. You can come through here and check out the back-end plan. It's really just saying that we were able to create, edit, and delete the stuff for those. And like I said, this is the list that's just being developed, and we'll be adding more as we go on through the game. Basically, we are hoping to release 1 or 2 Mafia tutorials a week. Sometimes there'll be less, sometimes there'll be more. But if you want to add a feature to the list, or you want to make a suggestion, go ahead and click on the link at the bottom, and it'll bring us up to our form and actually bring us to the Mafia game feature suggestions. Here you just follow the template, post what you want, be grammatically correct, not being a grammar Nazi or anything, but make sure I'm able to read it or I won't take the time. Also, make sure it's helpful to the users. It's going to be something that the end user, not the owner, the end user would want to use. And if I think it's a good idea or I think it's going to be helpful, I'll go ahead and incorporate it into the list. Not saying I'll develop it right then and there, but I will get to it when I get the chance. So go check out the links. They're going to be in the sidebar. And I hope you guys have a great evening.